We will rejoice and make glory here. Yes, yes, yes,
Thank you, Reverend. Shall we please rise for the procession of counsel? We will begin our program with the opening hymn, Land of Our Birth, first to third stanzas. That can be found at page 12 of your brochure. Land of Our Birth, first to third stanzas. You may please have your seats. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good. Before we begin the program, we just crave your indulgence. This is a very solemn occasion, and please be mindful of your phone. We'll please ask you put your phones on silent or vibration. And those parents who came with children, please attend to them. Please. and the cameramen, please be advised that our event is streamed live. Therefore, you need to station at one place. Please. Thank you. Chairman of the 10th Board of the Medical and Dental Council, members of the 10th Board, our invited guests, distinguished personalities, Nime, Name, our friends from the media. You are welcome to the induction ceremony of the Medical and Dental Council. The first to address us is both a doctor and a lawyer. He has both master's degree in bioethics and medical jurisprudence. To welcome us and give us the purpose of gathering is the Registrar of the Medical and Dental Council. Ladies and gentlemen, shall we please welcome Dr. Divine Banyubala.
Thank you very much, Mr. Richard APAG. Chairman of the 10th Board, with your kind leave, this special meeting of the 10th Board of the Medical and Dental Council is now formally called to order. Chairman, respectfully, may I seek your leave to introduce members of the 10th Board here present. From my extreme left is a retired banker and a lay representative on the 10th Board, Mr. Samuel Ajapong. Next to him is the Attorney General's representative on the 10th Board, a Chief State Attorney, Mrs. Stella Otima Bedu. Next is a traditional ruler, a representative of the training institutions, a professor of surgery, and the dean of the School of Medicine, University of Development Studies, Tamale, Professor Nana Stephen Tabiri. Chairman, with your leave, may I skip the next two gentlemen? The next is a lady whose contribution to the advancement of dental surgery and dental services in this country stands unparalleled. A retired chief dental surgeon for the Ministry of Health and currently a representative of the dental surgeons on the board, Dr. Constance Adoyebo. Next is a district director of health services of the Sujuman district, started off as a nurse, converted to a physician assistant, and currently the representative of the physician assistant group on the 10th board, Miss Rebecca Bante. The gentleman with the elegant smock is Dr. Ignatius Awinibono, Director at the Ministry of Health for Allied Health Directorate, and representing the Honorable Minister for Health, Honorable Dr. Bernard Okoboy. We are grateful for you coming. Then the gentleman with the golden chain needs no further introduction if you are familiar with the health system of this country. The chairman of the 10th board, Professor Paul Kwame Nyame. Mr. Chairman, members of the 10th board, special invited guests, parents, families, inductees, our friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. As you may already be aware, the Medical and Dental Council is the statutory agency under the Ministry of Health, charged with the responsibility for the professional regulation of doctors, dentists, and physician assistants in Ghana. The object of counsel, as provided for under Section 26 of Part 2 of the Health Professions Regulatory Bodies Act of 2013 at 857, is to secure in the public interest the highest standards in the training and practice of medicine and dentistry in Ghana. In furtherance of its object, the council is mandated to perform, among other things, the following functions: to ensure that pre-registration training of newly qualified doctors, dentists, and physician assistants in accredited training institutions meets the required standards. Conduct examinations for the registration of foreign-trained medical and dental practitioners and physician assistants. Compile and keep registers of registered practitioners, and prescribe and enforce professional standards and conduct for practitioners. Mr. Chairman, Honorable Minister for Health, ably represented by the Director for Allied Health Services, Dr. Ignatius Awunibonu. Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here this morning to induct into the profession, our profession, 173 medical and dental practitioners. We are, as always, very happy to welcome family and friends in person to this very special ceremony. We also welcome our online audience who are watching this event live on our social media handles. Ladies and gentlemen, these practitioners are drawn from the Accra College of Medicine, Accra, Family Health Medical School, Accra, University of Ghana Medical School, Accra, University of Health and Allied Sciences School of Medicine, Ho, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, School of Medical Sciences, Kumasi, and various foreign trained practitioners who have sat and passed council's registration examination. Chairman, respectfully, may I at this point indicate to the audience that this includes the batch of Ghanaian medical and dental students who were tragically and unfortunately displaced by the conflict in Ukraine. May I kindly request one of the inductees who is graduating today to please be upstanding for recognition. Thank you very much, Dr. Dennis Nkansa Apia, and you and your leadership. He was the vice president of the Ghanaian Medical Students Association, and they work closely with all the sector actors. So gratitude goes to the government of Ghana and our ministers of health, education, and foreign affairs who worked creatively with our vice chancellors and the deans to ensure that we provided an opportunity for those of them who were willing and ready to come home to continue with their education to be able to do so. Mr. Chairman, permit me now to address our inductees. You have had in the course of your training some responsibilities in the care of patients. These patient responsibilities were, however, directly borne by your teachers. So your transition from yesterday's medical and dental students to professionals today implies that lives are now being directly entrusted in your care. Dear inductees, what this means is that from today, a greater responsibility in the care of patients will be laid right at your feet as you take the front role, lead as frontline professionals in the healthcare system. This role literally includes the responsibility to decide between life and death. It is therefore important that, having met the basic training requirements, the Medical and Dental Council, which supervises your basic training, now formally admits you into the profession, registers you, and regulates your pre-registration practice, commonly referred to as Housemanship. You will then be eligible for permanent registration only if you have met the pre-registration standards as earlier explained to you during the pre-induction professional ethics and medical jurisprudence seminar that we had on Tuesday. Dear inductees, due to the rapidly changing nature of science, medicine, and technology, as well as the changing professional regulatory landscape, Council now ensures that your registration on the provisional register involves the open declaration of your commitment to the profession, our profession, to science, to society, and to our beloved country. Ladies and gentlemen, may I at this point remind you of the shared value of counsel, guiding the professions, protecting the public. Towards our aforestated ends, counsel's regulatory focus in the past 4 years has been on professional accountability aimed at promoting and protecting public health, safety, and well-being, assuring and maintaining confidence and trust in the profession and its members, promoting and maintaining public confidence in our healthcare system, and prescribing and enforcing professional standards and conduct for registered practitioners. Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, in accordance with the above stated focus, I'm happy to report that effective January 2024, Council is being supported by the World Health Organization, our health sector lead development partner, to, among others, be able to develop a 5-year strategic development plan aligned with the key health sector policy priority areas. Institutionalize a career day for newly qualified medical and dental practitioners to facilitate the transition from education to practice, provide exposure to different practice settings, offer networking and mentoring opportunities, and enable career advancement and specialization, and provide technical support to other West African countries to strengthen their medical and dental regulatory frameworks in areas of licensing, accreditation, and quality assurance processes. The Council has also partnered with the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology through its Starship Project, African Higher Education Health Collaborative, with funding from MasterCard Foundation to develop modalities for the common registration examination for both local and foreign trained medical and dental practitioners for next year, 2025. To develop good medical practice guidelines for quality and safe practice of medicine and dentistry in Ghana, and develop an Android-based quality assessment tool and e-logbook for the assessment of housemanship and internship training of all newly qualified doctors, dentists, and physician assistants. Additionally, the Ministry of Health, with funding support from the World Bank, is helping to construct a specialized training center in line with the Council's goal to boost local training of doctors and dentists and towards the implementation of the Common National Licensing Examination in 2025. In respect of boosting training, Council has led the process to re-engage our diasporan faculty. And may I at this point respectfully request the President of the Ghana Physicians and Surgeons Foundation of North America and another executive member to please be absent for recognition for your contribution to boosting local training, delivery of specialized services, and research collaboration with our local counterpart. Thank you so much for coming. Council is also pursuing support from other development partners to undertake other priority activities of the board, including the following: the development of a scope of practice guidance document for the medical and dental practitioners, delimiting what the medical and dental officers, non-specialists, general practitioners, the specialists at the level of membership and specialists at the level of fellowship can do and cannot do. Develop a supervision model for physician assistants and conduct quality assessment visits to accredited institutions for housemanship and physician assistant internship to be able to monitor their knowledge and skills acquisition and welfare. Mr. Chairman, the Council has created an indexing portal that allows accredited medical and dental and physician assistant training institutions to upload the list of admitted students onto the portal. This means institutions can only upload the approved maximum number of training onto the portal. This serves to ensure that training institutions admit numbers that they can safely train and quality assure, thereby upholding international training standards as set by the Council. Dear inductees, you will be required to sign the provisional registration certificate, which gives you the legal authority to commence your housemanship. The occasion is also to afford you newly qualified practitioners the opportunity to interact with senior members of the profession. You had a section on ethics and law that govern our practice on Tuesday. It therefore behoves you to be fully aware of your responsibilities during housemanship. And remember that Council will continue to monitor and track your performance as house officers in Ghana. While on behalf of the management of Council, I congratulate our newly qualified practitioners and welcome them to what is arguably a noble, honorable, and the truly learned professions of medicine and dentistry. They must remember that great professional practice experience requires of them a gentle smile, a listening ear, a kind heart, calm nerves, a critical and reflective mind, an unalloyed commitment to lifelong learning, a humble, decent, gentle, and reassuring persona. All of these clothed in integrity and respect for human dignity. We appreciate and acknowledge in a very special way the support of our mother ministry, the Ministry of Health, the Parliamentary Select Committee on Health, our partners, the Ghana Health Service, Christian Health Association of Ghana, the deans and directors of accredited training institutions, CEOs and medical directors of our accredited training facilities for housemanship and PA internship, my board, the management and staff of Council, and all professional associations, and the funding support and interest and commitment of our development partners, the World Bank, the WHO, and African Higher Education Health Collaborative, the MasterCard Foundation, and our great friends, the media, and all other stakeholders within the healthcare space. Finally, Mr. Chairman, Honorable Minister ably represented, special invited guests, our friends from the media, inductees, ladies and gentlemen, you are all warmly welcome to this very important ceremony. It is our hope that you enjoy our program. We thank you so much. Amen.
Can we do it better for the registrar? Thank you, Dr. Divine Banyubala, the Registrar of the Medical and Dental Council. It's now time to listen to a song from Present King Youth Choir.
They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall walk and not be weary. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. But they that wait upon the Lord. Shall renew your strength. But stay that wait, but stay that wait, but stay that wait upon the Lord. Shall renew your
Can we give it to President King Youth Choir? Indeed, for those that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the roll call of inductees. And to do us the honors once again is the registrar, Dr. Divine Banyubala. Shall we please welcome him? Please, the applause is too feeble.
Thank you very much, Richard. Just before we begin, a few rules about the roll call. We want to ensure that the media is here. You focus your cameras on every single inductee, because we are getting to the highlights, which is admission into the profession. And we want to see all of them. So inductees are sitting in rows. And the rules are that once we begin to mention the name, the temptation from family and friends is that you want to just recognize that single person. We are teaching our inductees that modern healthcare practice is team-based care. So they will share the applause together in that cohort. So once we start with the first name, each of them will stand up so that the cameras will capture them. And then when you hear the name of the last person in that cohort, then we will then all recognize their effort by applauding them. The cue is that before the last name is mentioned, you will hear and then the doctor's name will follow. After that, we will take the applause. After that, they will sit down so that the next row can be seen and the cameras can catch all of them. So those are the basic rules. Now, I will usually test it with myself. So let's say I'm the last person in the cohort. You are going to hear, and Dr. Divine Banyubala. Brilliant, but the applause does not reflect the 6 years of toil. So let us do it better and see. Yes. Thank you so much. You are such a wonderful audience. Dr. Veronica A.C. Andowa Aban. Dr. Pamela, for start. Let us resist the temptation. Thank you. Dr. Veronica A.C. Adowa Aban. Dr. Pamela Nkunim Abeka Mensa. Dr. Dansu Solomon Abuaji. Dr. Michael Abuni. Dr. Joanna Noeki Akam. Dr. Emanuela Adade. Dr. Samuela Ekia Kwenedu Adasi. Dr. Daniela Ajwa Eiram Adai. Dr. Ebenezer Kwaten Ado. Dr. Jessica Anyankwabia Ado. Dr. William Kofi Eje. Dr. Jefferson Akendela Adongo. Dr. Kwabina Edu Buahin. Dr. Germania Educhungwa. Dr. Elizabeth Anali Afoko. Dr. Priscilla Enam Afi Aguado. Dr. Esther Queen Maulom Agbo Deka. Dr. Lucy Ajwa Agumson. Dr. David Dasi Agude. Dr. Collins Ajedu Ejapon. Dr. Nyaku Ajiman Prempe. Dr. Lambert Akologo. Dr. Michael Nsia Akwaku. Dr. Aposwin Gertrude Alabila. And Dr. Hanan Hayat Ali. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Dr. Emmanuel Amankona Bediako. Dr. Prince Afoli Ametepe. Dr. Freeman Delani Amevo. Dr. Kevin Eyram Amevoji. Dr. Tulasi Akuma Amu. Dr. Alfrida Asabia Ampofo. Dr. Prince Nyaku Amponsa. Dr. Emmanuel Owusu Apranchum. Dr. Abdul Ghaffar Ahmad Anderson. Dr. Albert Annan. Dr. Jokebert Abba Jaicheba Ansa. Dr. Ya Ofosua Anti. Dr. Maxwell Antwi. Dr. Kevin Akanligum Ayigri. Dr. Dennis Nkansa Apia. Dr. Richard Apia Akumia. Dr. Akwesi Collins Ahen. Dr. Labia Ajua Ama. Dr. Edward John Arthur. Dr. Emmanuel Esman Arthur. Dr. Mabel Irama Arthur. Dr. Michael Ni Ade Ayi. Dr. Jonathan Owusu Asante. Dr. Efia Boko Ampe Asari. And Dr. Benis Koko Asari. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Dr. Paris Ason. Dr. Emmanuel Asma Kumsen. Dr. Christopher Akiweli Atawura. Dr. Catherine Awewuchige Atiga. Dr. Divine Favor Atipi. Dr. Calvin Caleb Ativo. Dr. Gifty Edupoka Ayaba. Dr. Kwabena Ayamba. Dr. Eric Ayanka. Dr. Emanuela Haluri Aye. Dr. Dedeva Ajua Aye, Dr. Georgina Winmi Azumga, Dr. Caroline Wununu Bano Yale, Dr. Lemuel Basso, Dr. Stephen Omani Edu Bempong, Dr. Ata Asanti Bwedi Jr., Dr. Angela Boateng, Dr. Bosman Ohineba Bonsu, Dr. Ali Mata Brima, Dr. Bendi Karen Kujo, Dr. Isa Orel Waslat Damilola, Dr. Ruth Dam Young, Dr. Michael Salifu Danse, Dr. Pearl Akosia Benny Dako, Dr. Stefan Aram Diaba, Dr. Samuel Afena Daimono, Dr. Abigail Sedinam Do, and Dr. Jennifer Malloy Aku Domedi. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Dr. Eunice Manza Egote, Dr. Jennifer Ilendu, Dr. Abigail Fenima Enen, Dr. Sandra A.C. Eshan, Dr. Uwana Ibimina Esian Samuel, Dr. Prince Eyakun Faska, Dr. Naomi Asi Forsen, Dr. Isabella Frimpong, Dr. Miftau Fusheni, Dr. Francis Gabra, Dr. Clarice Crystal Geduld, Dr. Peter Maxwell Gerson, Dr. Earl Goodman, Dr. Jessica Nana Ejua Ehun Gogo, Dr. Andrews Yebua Jaba, Dr. Princess Abura Jamra, Dr. Daniel Gewu Jamfi, Dr. Francis Kweku Gatson, Dr. James Papa Hemans Hammond, Dr. Jeffrey Fifi Hansen Naughty, Dr. Deborah Delali Hanya Bui, Dr. Philip Ohineba Harvey, Dr. Sadat Idrisu, Dr. Norman Kilonzo Cambu, Dr. Manuela Cecile Kandem Techuendem, and Dr. Patience Winnie Wuliba Kanona Ang. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Dr. Mami Efwa Mafua Jifa Bodote, Dr. Prince Amankwa Kuma, Dr. David Elikplim Kuonu, Dr. Prince Kwating, Dr. Emmanuel Aite Kwevi Numelio, Dr. Enoch Che Bafo, Dr. Cedric Etonam Cheche, Dr. Vanessa Akwele Late, Dr. Samuel Lomote, Dr. Yvette Akwaba McLean Ofori, Dr. Zida Mahama, Dr. Pasa Maliki Birjandi, Dr. Joseph Jan Manfi, Dr. Barbara Usua Man, Dr. Naomi Mbanya Kankwem, Dr. Araba Atufua Mensa, Dr. Jehoshaphat Kweku Kusi Evans Mensa, Dr. John Bosco Mensa, Dr. Augustine Wedam Minyila, Dr. Latifatu Muhammad, Dr. Roland Nana Buem, Dr. Marian Dubaki Nano, Dr. Manasseh Nate Kofi, Dr. Tinsaba Nawane, Dr. Louisa Mamisewa Neza, and Dr. Ren Lesi Niosi Ngonga. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Dr. Ruben Ni Laifiu, Dr. George Wiafi Intim, Dr. Munav Nuhu Ibrahim, Dr. Ignitia Lois Nyako, Dr. Pius Ofe, Dr. Clement Ofosuhene, Dr. Phyllis Nancy Azime Ohene, Dr. Olantude David Ojelabi, Dr. Nana Efia Anima Opoku, Dr. Reagan Opon, Dr. Nana Ekwia Sewa Chirechui Osai, Dr. Ransford Kwame Osai, Dr. Tony Menu Osai, Dr. Eric Osai Asante, Dr. Lois Osai Jamra, Dr. Calvini Amu Otu, Dr. Isaac Rabin Otu, Dr. Peter Owusu Nyako, Dr. Joseph Kweku Owusu, Dr. Derek Prince Owusu Dabo, Dr. Joshua Nana Kwame Pencil, Dr. Jacinta Jijo Kwashi, Dr. Farida Gombla Rauf, Dr. Henry Richardson, Dr. Claudia Safo, Dr. Rachel Uredu Sasa, Dr. Abdallah Kalibali Seidu, Dr. Hajara Shaibu, and Dr. Jeffrey New Osono Taki. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Dr. Matthew Tama, Dr. Dana Tamfaba, Dr. Ruby Akwele Tete, Dr. Jane Olumachi Thomas, Dr. Moses Jifa Valmont, Dr. Jessica Cortez Kwenu, Dr. Ehia Gwina Oluwatumi Wilson Odion, Dr. Richard Redu, Dr. Samura Yahaya, Dr. Patience Suhini Yak, Dr. Gideon Asante Yaboa, Dr. Eunice Numualang Ingampin, Dr. Esther Tete, and Dr. Ohima Asantua Chum. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Respectful Chairman, may I at this point request all the inductees to be upstanding. Please don your white coats with your name tags. Cameramen, make sure you capture them. This is because in 2018, the council issued clear guidance about the importance and the requirement that doctors and dentists and physician assistants, whilst they remain in the care environment, they must be appropriately attired. They must have the appropriate professional apparel. And we have their name tags so that they may easily be recognized, so that should they not treat you well, you know their names, and you can make the appropriate referrals. Inductees, you had the opportunity for a whole day seminar on ethics and medical jurisprudence. You also had a foreknowledge of what is contained in the professional oath. In line with our custom, you have reflected about the details of the professional oath. If any of you feels strongly, for whatever reason, or for no reason at all, that you are not able to abide by any single detail of that oath, we provide you with 1 minute of reflection and to make your way out of the audience. The 2 exits that are at the back. Especially, Mr. Chairman, I see no movement. That means that there's a general understanding by all of us in this hall that they agree to abide by the dictates of the oath. At this point, respectfully, Mr. Chairman, may I present to you for admission into the noble profession 173 medical and dental practitioners. Respectfully submitted, Mr. Chairman.
Will you please put your right hands over your hearts? And you'll say after me. When you say I, add your name. I, as a member of the medical profession, I solemnly pledge to dedicate my life to the service of humanity. The health and well-being of my patient will be my first consideration. I will respect the autonomy and dignity of my patient. I will maintain the utmost respect for human life. I will not permit consideration of age, disease or disability, creed, ethnic origin, gender, nationality, political affiliation, race, sexual orientation, social standing, or any other factor to intervene between my duty and my patient. I'll respect the secrets that are confided in me even after the patient has died. I'll practice my profession with conscience and dignity and in accordance with good medical practice. I'll foster the honor and noble tradition of the medical profession. I'll give to my teachers, colleagues, and students the respect, gratitude that is their due. I'll share my medical knowledge for the benefit of the patient and the advancement of health care. I will attend to my own health, well-being, and abilities in order to provide care of the highest standard. I will not use my medical knowledge to violate human rights and civil liberties, even under threat. I make these promises solemnly, freely, and upon my honor. So help you God. Congratulations.
We'll continue with the national pledge, and that will be done by the minister, the representative for the Ministry of Health.
So we'll take the national pledge.
May God
Shall we all be upstanding, please? You may please have your seats. And can we all give them a very big applause? Congratulations. The latest doctors in town. Welcome to the noble profession. Professor Chairman, the Minister for Health, ably represented by Dr. Ignatius Arini Bonu, members of the 10th board, distinguished personalities. Prof. Chair, with your kind permission, may I introduce to us all our invited guests and dignitaries who have found time to grace this honorable occasion. Without any particular order, may I recognize the presence of the medical superintendent for Sai Osu Doku, in the person of Dr. Brightson. Next is a nurse specialist, also from Sai Osu Doku, in the person of Yvonne Na Dubea Kofi. The applause is feeble, very feeble. They deserve it. We have with us the medical superintendent for VRE Hospital, Abuazi, in the person of Dr. Taros Voltman. Next is the ambassador of Iran, in the person of Brigadier Jeremy. So, my boss, from COMAS, that is College of Medicine and Allied Sciences, the immediate past registrar and the longest serving registrar of the Medical and Dental Council, Dr. Elia Atikbi. Once you see, I'm tempted to mention his name anytime I'm calling the registrar. Next is the Pro VC for KNUST, in the person of Professor, Pro Vice Chancellor for KNUST, that is Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, in the person of Professor Ellis Osu Dabo. We also have with us the Dean from Family Health, in the person of Dr. C. Fletcher Joleto. We have the Acting Head, Policy, Planning and Monetary Evaluation of the Allied Health Professions Council, in the person of Mr. Suleiman Mahama. We also have with us the Regional Chair and the Global Vice President for International Transport Federation of Africa, in the person of Al Najim Osman Yassin. We have with us the Acting Medical Director for Sunyani Teaching Hospital, in the person of Dr. Alexander Kofi Egote. We have the Deputy Ranking Member of the Parliamentary Select Committee on Health from the Parliament of Ghana, in the person of Dr. Mark Nawani. We also have with us the Director for Medical Affairs, Tamale Teaching Hospital, in the person of Professor Al-Hassan Abdul Mumin. From the Accra College of Medicine, we have Dr. Mariam Manso. From the Ghana Physicians and Surgeons Foundation, the President, Dr. Francisca Abeyin. He calls himself the President's servant, Dr. Ni Koni. Also from the Ghana Physicians and Surgeons Foundation of North America. We have with us the Director General, Medical and Dental, Ghana Armed Forces Medical Services, in the person of Dr. Brigadier General Apia. Also with us is the Dean for University of Health and Allied Sciences, in the person of Professor Yao Ewuku. We also have the officer in charge of the polyclinic and coordinator for housemanship and internship training at the 37 Military Hospital, Dr. Teresa Dakwa. From the police hospital is the Deputy Head of Public Health Department, Superintendent Dr. Kizi Anitechi. Now I'm going to the Nananom. So I have the first two Nananom. They are from Aguna Nkrumah, and they have facilitated scholarship for one of our newly qualified practitioners, and therefore they deem it fit to give their support while the practitioner is being inducted. So they facilitated the scholarship for Dr. Ajara Saibu. Can you just give us a wave, Dr. Ajara Saibu? She here? All right. So first is Nana Michael Amankwa Sechi, Ebusiabatan. And the second is the Gantwahini, representing the Omahini, Nana Edu Peseku the 7th. We are with us the Vice President of the Regional House of Chiefs and Paramount Chief of Nungwa Traditional Area, Obadie Nuche, His Royal Majesty, King Professor Odaifio Welenchi the 3rd. We also have with us the Chief of Katamanso and former Greater Accra Regional Minister, Teche Ni Laye Akute. We also have with us Ni Laye Odiasempa. With us is Na Efriye Ni Laye Fio. We have Na Kwale Jeme Jenye. We have the Manche for Asoprochona, Ni Afote Agbeche, the 6th. Then we have the Omoko Manche, Ni Sunkwa Agu Anum, the 4th. We have the Achimpim Hima of Aseseso Equiapim, Nana Ya Ochere Eisibia. Now back to our own. Representing the Director for Human Resource Development at the Ministry of Health is the Deputy Director and Head of Training and Development. I present to you Dr. Odate Lawson. From Asante Achim Central Municipal Hospital, Konongo Agogo, the Medical Superintendent, Dr. Lord Logro. We have the Acting Dean for the University of Ghana Medical School in the person of Professor Yvonne Day Adomako, for the Nsawam Government Hospital Physician Specialist in the person of Dr. Diana Mensah, last but not the least, we have Deputy Director General for General Services from Yoku, Mrs. Abba Jacqueline Opoku. Can we give all of them a very big applause? Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for making time out of your busy schedule to grace this honorable occasion. Professor Chairman, members of the high table, invited guests, it's now time to take the address of the chairman of the 10 board, and that will be read on his behalf by a surgeon and the dean for UDS School of Medicine and Health Sciences. Shall we please welcome Professor Nana Stephen Tabri.
Thank you, Mr. Piaget, and good morning to all of you. Chairman, members of the 10 board of Medical and Dental Council, ministers of states present, Minister of Health, able represented, Nananom present, Pro-Vice Chancellor, KNUST, friends of the media, distinguished guests. I would like to thank the chairman and the members of the 10 board of Medical and Dental Council for the opportunity to share my personal experience, observations with the inductee on the behalf of the board. I'll start with the parents, guardians, and sponsors. As your child, ward, celebrate this milestone, the MDC is well aware of the countless sacrifices you have made as a guardian and as a sponsor. Your love and support have been the basis for their success. Thank you for raising these outstanding doctors to strengthen the health ecosystem of our country. May the good Lord reward you abundantly. Now to the inductees, I say congratulations on your induction today, which marks the beginning of a new chapter in your life. I want to offer some advice based on my personal experience observations to help overcome future challenges and difficulties. Embrace uncertainties. As a newly inducted doctor, you may be confronted with improbabilities. The hospital environment is different from the university and medical school, where everything is under control and you did not have responsibility towards patients. Uncertainties are part of human development. Assess the situation carefully, take a deep breath, look out for an opportunity instead of concentrating solely on the problems. This will eventually help you develop adequate skills for the future. Be firm and never allow any uncertainty to consume you. Prof. Chair, if you allow me, I'll tell a story of identical twins born in a village in Ghana. When they were very young, at a younger age, the parents died in a terrible car crash. At the age of 12, they decided to leave the village and go to city to look for opportunities. Many years, the extended relatives started looking for them, and fortunately, they found them. One of them is a successful engineer. The other is drug addict and alcoholic. This situation tells you that what you have is not necessary, but what you can do to turn all disadvantages to your advantages is very paramount. Continuous education. Medicine is constantly evolving. New research, technologies, treatments are emerging daily. New diseases are likely to emerge as a result of our unsafe behaviors. Example, cooking plastic bars, putting plastics in a microwave and eating them, galamsey activities, including our farmers using dangerous weedicides and insecticides for farming, including many others. Time is coming when congenital abnormalities will take over malaria as a common cause of death in children under 5 years of age. There is urgent need for you and for all of us to learn the new development in the field of medicine and commit to lifelong learning. Prioritize self-care. Becoming a doctor is demanding emotionally and physically. Don't neglect your own health in the pursuit of wealth. Devote time for self-care activities such as exercise, hobbies, spending quality time with the loved ones. This will bring joy to you. It is essential to take care of yourself as a good doctor. Creating network. Building a strong network with your peers, seniors, as well as non-medics are helpful and may open many doors for you in the future. Look for opportunities in international collaboration. International network is paramount for a good career and has a potential to bring funding into our institutions and our country. Network can take you to many places free of charge and hustle. Your colleagues will be your lifeline in their moment of challenges during residency and in practice. Build a good relationship with them. Be open, honest, supportive, collaboration on projects, and share knowledge, expertise, and offer help when needed. Always ask for help. No one knows it all in medicine. Knowing your limitation and never be afraid to ask for help anytime you are unsure and struggle with a patient or any situation. Your colleagues, mentors, and even patients themselves may be able to provide you with valuable insights and guidance that will help you in the future. Communication skills. Effective communication is crucial in medicine. Practice active listening. Clarify information before acting. Use clear and concise language when communicating with patients and seniors. Remember that empathy and compassion are just as important as technical skills. You and your family and any of us here are potential patients. So treat all patients with dignity. Any patient in the hospital was like me and you, jubilating today and celebrating success today. Then the unfortunate happened. So please treat all patients you meet in the hospital with dignity. Mistakes. You may make mistakes. They are inevitable part of learning process. Be honest with your mistakes. Learn from them to help you to prevent them from reoccurring. Don't be afraid. Don't be too hard on yourself when something goes wrong. Instead, reflect on what happened, be honest, learn from it, and move forward. Prof. Chair, another story of an urologist who went for a top job interview in one of the big hospitals in the United States. And one of the panelists asked him, have you ever made a mistake in your career before? The answer was yes. And what was the mistake? He said, I passed a catheter, and unfortunately, it led up to a serious complications that nearly cost the life of the patient. Then one of the panelists asked, then why do you want us to give you a top job in this facility? And the answer was, yes, I identified the mistake. I was honest with my patient and the patient relatives, and I was honest with my bosses, and I was honest with the regulatory body. After that, I've learned, and I will never make such a mistakes again. And the good news is that from this interaction, she was offered the job as a top urologist in that hospital. Be flexible and adaptable. Things won't go as planned. Be prepared to adapt to changing circumstances. Flexible is a key in medicine where unexpected arise. Why medicine? In the midst of chaos and uncertainty surrounding our profession, remember why you chose to do medicine. Think about things that inspired you to choose this noble profession of medicine. I also like to share a story of a political communicator in Sunyane on one of the radio stations. As I was driving, I tuned in my radio, and he was saying it was at a time when doctors were asking for more salary. There were strikes everywhere and there. And the communicator on the radio said, we'll leave them alone. Who forced them to become medical doctors? I think at that time I was upset. But having think through and having been confronting with admission processes in Ghana, really the man was somehow right, because I see applicants moving from Tamale to Accra to Ho to Kumasi to attend interview to be admitted into a medical school. So please remember that you chose it. No one forced it on you. Be proud as a doctor. You have worked so hard for this occasion. This 2-hour ceremony we are witnessing today is because of 6 years or 7 years hard work. This shows that there is no shortcut to success. Be proud of your work, but do not be arrogant even during toughest times. Be humble for every humble interaction with patients, relatives, colleagues, management team member. Have the potential to make positive impact on your life and someone's life. Sense of humor. Sense of humor plays a major role in medical practice. Humor can help diffuse tensions, bring people together, and create positive working environment. Do not attempt to answer all questions. You may not have all answers to all questions in medical practice. As a doctor, you encounter complex cases that require expertise beyond your own. It is okay not to have to answer all questions. That is when collaboration and teamwork come into play. Trust your colleagues' expertise. Seek guidance when needed. Research. We live in an era of evidence-based medical practice. The world is rapidly changing, and as a younger generation, you must learn to ride on the current or risk being left behind. The world is shifting towards research and innovations. I encourage my junior colleagues to help our nation to generate robust evidence and data, which are very essential for teaching, learning, and practice. This is because what works in UK, US, Accra may not necessarily work in Tamale, Kumasi, Cape Coast, or Ho. Learn to write research proposals and grants. It has a potential to bring resources into our country and our institutions. Try at all times to publish your results. For I always say that you can successfully transplant human head, but without publication, someone will do it, publish it, and then you will say, oh, we've been doing it for a long time. But evidence no way. Celebrating success. Please never underestimate the value of celebrating small successes during your career. Acknowledge your accomplishment. No matter how small they may be, they will help you to build confidence. Keep growing and evolving. Medicine is constantly evolving field. Stay committed to growth and evolution as a doctor. Pursue opportunities in the professional development to become a mentor as well and a leader in the roles of shaping the career of others, including yourself. In conclusion, congratulations to your induction as a newest doctors in town. Remember that becoming a doctor is just the beginning of your journey. Stay curious, keep learning, prioritize self-care, build strong relationship with your colleagues, always keep your patient at the forefront of your mind. Once again, congratulations to the inductees and the parents and the guardians. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Nana Stephen Tebri. Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to another beautiful moment, and that is where newly qualified practitioners would have to show us their dancing skills. Oh yes, we've been sitting for some time, so President King Youth Choir will give us some songs for us to move our bodies, and the parents are invited to the dancing floor as we do this gracefully. President King Youth Choir. So parents, we are all invited to celebrate this day with the inductees. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You may please have your seats. You may please have your seats. You may please have your seats. Please have your seats. Please. We have not yet closed the ceremony. Can you please have your seats? Just to remind you that we are still at the induction ceremony, but not at a church service. I think there was only one thing that I forgot. Bringing the offering bowl, so would have do some silver correction to defray the cost. Anyway, that is just by the way. Thank you, President King, for those wonderful songs. That was awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, we continue with the program. Honorable Minister for Health, Professor Chair, members of the High Table, distinguished personalities, parents, it's now time to listen to the address by the Minister for Health. He was once a deputy minister. We all heard much about him during the COVID. He took it personal. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Honorable Dr. Bernard Oko Boy, the Minister for Health.
Thank you very much. Chairman of the 10th Board of Council, Professor Paul Kwame, members of the 10th Board of Council, provosts and deans, heads of accredited institutions for housemanship and internship, friends from the media, parents and guardians, ladies and gentlemen. It is my esteemed privilege to address you on this very significant occasion, as we proudly welcome some 173 newly qualified doctors and dentists into the noble professions of medicine and dentistry. This impressive cohort joins a dedicated workforce of over 12,000 doctors and dentists who are making a profound impact in various capacities across the nation. I am deeply honored to be part of this milestone, marking the beginning of an extraordinary journey in the pursuit of excellence in healthcare. It is my pleasure to extend to each and every one of you warmest congratulations on your well-deserved success. I echo to all of you. I think a round of applause is in order. Your hard work, dedication, and perseverance have earned you this momentous achievement. I also wish to express my sincerest appreciation to your families, guardians, and loved ones who have supported you throughout your journey. Their unwavering encouragement and sacrifice have been instrumental in your success. To your lecturers, mentors, and the patients who have graciously allowed you to learn through them, I offer my deepest gratitude. Your guidance, expertise, and trust have been invaluable to their growth. May you continue to inspire and nurture future generations of healthcare professionals. I am particularly happy, Mr. Chairman, that the ministry is receiving into our fold another batch of freshly qualified doctors and dentists in the profession of medicine from the University of Ghana Medical School, Accra, the Family Health University College, Accra, the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology School of Medical Sciences, the University of Health and Allied Sciences, the Accra College of Medicine, and various foreign training institutions. Mr. Chairman, I wish to emphasize that the Council's primary responsibility is to ensure that all doctors and dentists granted professional licenses possess the essential knowledge, skills, and abilities and core competencies required for safe and effective medical and dental practice in Ghana. This rigorous evaluation process is crucial in maintaining the highest standards of healthcare delivery and protecting the well-being of our citizens. On this important occasion, the Ministry of Health proudly welcomes the inductees into the noble and revered professions of medicine and dentistry, having successfully completed their rigorous training and attained the requisite qualifications. Today marks a significant milestone as they officially join the ranks of esteemed healthcare professionals dedicated to delivering exceptional care and service to our communities. Mr. Chairman, I would like to emphasize the importance of attitude and conduct among healthcare professionals. As society holds them in high esteem, there is a corresponding expectation of exceptional professionalism and conduct. In line with Part 2 of the Health Professions Regulatory Bodies Act 2013, Act 857, the Council is committed to upholding the highest standards in medical and dental training and practice, ensuring the public's trust and confidence in these noble professions. Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, it is with a sense of concern that I acknowledge the potential pitfalls of success and specialized knowledge. If left unchecked, these accomplishments can sometimes lead to inflated egos and a lack of empathy, causing individuals to lose sight of their fundamental humanity, the very essence of compassionate care, and the nobility ascribed to this, our revered profession. Mr. Chairman, yesterday when we had the induction ceremony for the physician assistants, I made a comment that we are excited to have the newest doctors in the country, and I believe in West Africa, right here in this auditorium. We are very sure of their expertise. What we don't know about is whether they will be human and whether they are willing to be servants rather than lords over their patients. And I made a comment again that it is good to be a health worker, but it is better to be human. And it's the best when you happen to be a servant in your facilities. The reason is that it is servants that will help you to achieve your dreams. A lord hardly enjoys loyalty from those he lords over. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe we have what it takes to be excellent servants and not only excellent health professionals. The ministry recognizes the crucial role of ethical best practices in elevating healthcare delivery nationwide and establishing our integrity as health professionals, specifically doctors and dentists. We are steadfast in our commitment to strengthening the legislative framework that governs medical and dental training and practice in Ghana, ensuring it remains robust, relevant, responsive, and all-encompassing in the evolving landscape of healthcare delivery. We are also cognizant of the diligent efforts undertaken by Prof. Nyami and his council in proposing amendments to pertinent sections of Part 2 of the Health Professions Regulatory Bodies Act, Act 857. These revisions aim to safeguard the public interest by upholding the highest standards in medical and dental training and practice. The ministry is steadfast in its resolve to expedite the consideration of these amendments at the parliamentary level, with a targeted completion by the end of the fourth quarter of 2024. Through this concerted effort, we aim to further elevate the standards of healthcare delivery, fostering a healthier and more equitable society. Professor Chair, ladies and gentlemen, government is committed to ensuring that Ghanaians nationwide have access to quality healthcare delivery. It is in pursuit of this particular objective that we are not only training sufficient health professionals, but also building sufficient and more than adequate health infrastructure. And so from Kolebu through Konfanoche all the way to Bolga, we have expanded health infrastructure to make sure that you have the right environment to put forward all the skills that you have attained. In accordance with my ministry's focus on issues of professional and institutional accountability, I am aware that the council is scheduled, among others, to harmonize curricula and enhance the capacity of faculty members in medical and dental training schools across the country, in collaboration with the University of Manchester in the United Kingdom. This partnership will ensure that our healthcare professionals receive world-class training aligning with international standards. Develop the scope of practice for medical and dental practitioners as has been done for the physician assistant groups. Develop also a supervision model following the launch of the scope of practice document for physician assistant groups. Organize common national licensing examination for both local and foreign trained doctors by 2025. Conduct quality assessment of housemanship and physician assistant internship. Develop the good medical practice guide and syllabus, as well as modalities for the conduct of the 2025 common examinations in partnership with the African Higher Education Health Collaborative Center at the KNUST, a MasterCard Foundation funded project. These efforts aim to strengthen the healthcare workforce and ensure that medical and dental professionals meet the highest standards of competence and practice. Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to announce that the ministry has made significant progress on the National Specialist Skills Training Center funded by the World Bank. The construction of phase 1 commenced in January 2024 and is expected to be completed by October of this year. Furthermore, we are actively engaging the World Bank and other health development partners to secure additional funding for phase 2 of the project, ensuring the successful completion of this landmark project. This pivotal initiative aims to empower our practitioners with the requisite skills and competencies essential for delivering safe and high-quality services to our dear citizens. By investing in the development of our healthcare workforce, we reaffirm our dedication to fostering a healthier, more prosperous future for the people of this country. Professor Chair, as we welcome these newly qualified doctors, it will be a grave travesty if I do not celebrate parents and guardians who have paid fees for over 6 years. All parents and guardians deserve a round of applause. Professor Chair, again, it will be a very grave travesty if we do not celebrate our teachers, instructors, deans, and professors who have given us these excellent doctors. And finally, Professor Chair, I have to mention you particularly, who's been a father to all of us, and your council for pushing through to make sure that today we get this induction ceremony done and complete the journey of producing these very fine medical doctors and dentists who would contribute their own to making Ghana one of the best destinations of healthcare delivery. As I said, I believe in what you can when it comes to work in the consulting room. What I pray for is that you have empathy for those that you take care of in the consulting room. And remember to ask them how their day has been and not only what is wrong with them. I believe we will see all of you at the top, achieving great things and making all of us, your parents inclusive, very proud. Thank you very much, and may God bless us all.
Can we do it better for the Honorable Minister? That was a very wonderful speech. The speech was very juicy. Thank you, Honorable Dr. Bernard Okoboy. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to take the vote of thanks, and that will be done by one of the latest, hottest doctors in town, in the person of Dr. David Eliklim Kuonu. Shall we please welcome him as he gives us the vote of thanks on behalf of the group? It's your own. Continue to give it to him until he gets here.
The chairperson of the 10th Board of the Medical and Dental Council, the Minister of Health, Honorable Dr. Bernard Okoboy, the Registrar, the members of the 10th Board of the Medical and Dental Council, Nime Name, Nananum, distinguished dignitaries, esteemed guests, parents and guardians, friends from the media, fellow inductees, ladies and gentlemen, I respectfully greet you all. It is with immense joy that I stand here today to deliver the vote of thanks on behalf of my fellow inductees. Our perseverance has borne fruit as we are now honored with the prestigious title of the members of the Medical and Dental Council. First and foremost, we extend our deepest gratitude to the Almighty God, whose mercies and benevolence has guided us to this moment. Truly, we can say, see what the Lord has done, for it is marvelous. Our heartfelt thanks goes to the Registrar, Dr. Divine Bajubala, the members of the 10th Board of the Medical and Dental Council, and Mr. Apieje and his team for their dedicated efforts in organizing this exceptional event. This celebration, which welcomes us into this esteemed fraternity, will forever be etched in our memories. We also extend our gratitude to all the speakers who graced us with their insightful words and advice today. We deeply value their contribution and we incorporate their wisdom in every aspect of our lives. Our thanks goes to the Present Kings Youth Choir for their beautiful performances and uplifting music that filled the room with joy. It was wonderful to witness our loved ones celebrating with us. We express our eternal appreciation to our parents, guardians, siblings, significant others, mentors, faculty heads, and friends for their unwavering support. Some financial, some emotional, and some educational. Your sacrifices and prayers have been a pillar of strength during our journey. Your support during our moments of self-doubt have meant more than the words can convey, and we love you more than the words in our brains can express. The honor of this achievement belongs to you as well. If it pleases the House, could my inductees give a 45-second standing ovation to honor these remarkable individuals while I express my gratitude in 13 different languages. Yeda mwase. Akpe. Oyiwala don. Nangode. Eshe. Sheshe. Obrigado. Consaimida. Arigato gozaimasu. Danke. Merci. Spasiba. Thank you. To my fellow inductees, please be seated. To my fellow inductees, or better yet, my esteemed fellow doctors and dentists, sitting there looking very demure. We made it. That little girl or little boy from 20 years ago is proud of you. Can we give ourselves a round of applause too? Though each of us has traveled a unique path to get here, it is clear that none of us had an easy journey. Thank you for persevering. As the great Pele said, success is no accident. It is hard work, perseverance, learning, studying, sacrifice, and most of all, love of what you are doing or learning to do. Our presence here is not by chance. We will share these stories with our future generation, reflecting on the hard work, sacrifices, and love for this noble profession and our commitment to building a stronger and prosperous nation. I see each and every one here going to the very top. Let's work hard and enjoy the ride. May God bless each and every one of us. May God bless our homeland, Ghana. And on behalf of the newly inducted doctors and dentists, thank you.
Can we give him another applause? Professor Chair, may I recognize the presence of the President for the Ghana Dental Association in the person of Dr. Cecilia Kakraba Kwashi. Prof. Chair, with your kind permission, may I request that all newly qualified practitioners may be upstanding and just drop everything. Just drop everything and just turn to your parent. So we want to give a thunderous applause. Shout, I've not finished. Applause and a shout to our parents who sponsored us, guidance, who paid the fees, those who prayed for us. Shall we go? Oh, a big one to all the parents. They should be proud of you. Can we do it again to all the parents? Congratulations to you all. You may please have your seats. So to all the parents and guidance, friends, boyfriends, concubines, and others, we thank you all for sponsoring us. Some parents have paid fees in dollars, but they've never held dollar before. They've paid both the legal and the illegal fees. Books they've never heard. They say we should buy this, but those things does not exist. True of us. Okay, it will be your turn. Thank you, parents and guidance. We would also like to recognize Continuous Education Services for streaming live this event on our Facebook and YouTube page. They have been with us since COVID, and they continue to render a very valuable service to us. Can we give it to President Continuous Education Service, CES? We also like to recognize President King Youth Choir for giving us those wonderful melodious voices. It's been 10 good years. So, April 2014, we were looking for a choir. And at that time, it was Dr. E.K. Atikpi. So I went to him and I said, I have a new choir. He said, are you sure they are good? I said, yes. From where? I said, Adabraka Presby. Okay, let's try them. And vividly, it was at a Mensvik Hotel, and we tried them for the first time. And from April 2014 to date, President King Youth Choir had been at every single induction. So can we give it to them? And just one thing, about last week or last 2 weeks, there was a program. Someone contacted me. I shared the number of their boss. They discussed, they agreed on a fee. And I was excited to receive from the person that your people have delivered. And I was excited. So don't be afraid. You can approach them. President King will deliver. We also want to give special recognition to Nananom for making time out of their busy schedules. The landlords are here, so we need to recognize our landlords. Shall we give it to the Nime and Name? We are so grateful for gracing this occasion. We also want to mention Kofi Chrome Pharmacy for sponsoring our program. He came for just an induction program and he said, people are doing a wonderful job. Anytime you are doing a program, just come, I will support you. So since the last induction, Kofi Chrome Pharmacy has supported us. So you can see him on the left inside and then the back inside page of our brochure. So we thank Kofi Chrome Pharmacy for the sponsorship. We are also waiting for your sponsorship because this time it has been very expensive to organize events. The last but not the least, my colleagues, staff of Medical and Dental Council, those of us in the kitchen. I'm so proud of you all, Team MDC, both staff, the junior staff and senior staff. We work together as a family. Although the induction is just about 2 hours, it's been days and weeks of planning and sleepless nights. Some people have to leave their home just to make sure that this event is organized successfully. So can we give a thunderous applause to the staff for organizing this wonderful event? So to my colleagues, your efforts are being appreciated. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll now have the reception, and that invited guests will follow our members of council after their closing hymn. We thank you all for gracing this occasion. My name is Richard Appiaji, Head of Registration and Licensing, and the lead person in organizing this program. Thank you all for your attention. Shall we please rise for the closing hymn? Land of our birth, from the 6 to 8 stanzas. From the 6 to 8 stanzas. continue to remain standing as we have members of the high table recess with our dignitaries. You may please have your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of the program. Our parents may leave us as we conduct a private business. If you elect to remain in this room, then we will expect that you sit at where you are. No movement, please. But if you want to leave, then you have to leave now. But our newly qualified practitioners, please remain seated as we go through the signing of the certificates, and we give you your logbooks and the fitness to practice booklet. So if any parent want to leave, you can leave now before we start. If not, when we start, you are please barred from moving. Thank you. Dr. Sadat Idrisu, your name tag. Dr. Sadat Idrisu. Sadat Idrisu. Yes. Dr.